Hey guys, it's Captain Harris. Welcome back to the channel. It's Logan and I today. We are going to be talking about the new US tour dates that we got. I know quite a few people have been asking us if we were going to do a video, and I was going to wait until all the dates came out, and then we would just discuss, but something has happened that has sparked me wanting to make a video sooner.
Yes, so we have Canada, US, and a Seoul, Mexico date, which I think on the face value was very exciting. But this past week, as you have alluded to, something has happened that is not
ideal.
Sitting well with, I think, us long time, and for some of you, long time fan club members. So we're going to get into this weirdness.
Yeah, I know a lot of you were commenting, wanting to discuss. Some people talking on the forum were like, are you going to make a video? The answer is yes. Of course I'm going to make a video. I was infuriated. You were infuriated. So
I called Steph, I think, and she said, yes, we were making this video.
And you'll notice James isn't here. That's just because he's been very busy this week and didn't have time to keep up with the pre-sale. And he's like, you know what? I don't have the insight to offer anything.
He wasn't in the thick of it like us. He was working on the farm.
I was trying to buy tickets unsuccessfully, but yeah. So we'll just get into it from like where things started, where they went wrong. We really don't know exactly what happened at this point. I don't know if we'll ever know, but I just wanted to give our perspective as, fan club members. Like, how many pre-sales have we done in our time following the band?
Many.
Never, ever once experienced anything like this.
I think we've, personally, I've heard, I think Legacy, when they played Houston, everyone's like, you got to get the amphitheater pits first because they go quickly. But, I can't remember which tour it was, but there were tours where I would go in at 6 p.m. the night of a pre-sale, and I was able to get a pit ticket, no problem. That was different this year.
Yeah, and there's always been small problems that come with pre-sales and stuff, but
definitely.
Never, ever like this. So, where do we start?
Well, do you want to go through the dates first, or should we just go straight into... Well, you guys know the dates. Here are the dates.
You know the dates. There's only like 10 of them, so there wasn't even a lot to choose from. Some big old stadiums.
Yeah, so I think that also is a key component here, is that it's big shows in limited numbers. This is a very almost like a matter of life and death tour, where it's just the East Coast and then Los Angeles.
Yeah, so it's like you knew that there would be some difficulty, especially when it comes to the amphitheaters, but not like we saw.
No, we definitely saw something truly unique, something that would have been, as someone on the forum said, it was almost like a flip-flop. There were 40,000 people in the fan club pre-sale?
For one date.
For one date.
So, pre-sale comes up, it's 10 a.m., everybody, the only one I was buying for was in the second round of pre-sales, which was like 11 a.m. instead of 10 a.m. for me, so I got to watch this happening for the first list of dates, and I was shitting myself a little bit. I'm like, oh no, something's gone terribly wrong.
Problem.
So the first problem people found was they were getting in line for these venues, and there were tens of thousands of people in front of them for fan club pre-sales, something I've never seen.
Something I had not personally seen since I tried to get Oasis tickets.
Boston specifically, I think that venue is either 21 or 22,000.
It's an arena. It's a basketball
arena. Many people were posting that they had 45,000 people in front of them in line, which Alex Milas, the head of the fan club, came on later and said, we don't even have 45,000 US fan club members. This was a fan club pre-sale, and granted, anybody could get in line for that and try to check out tickets, but what you saw after was not really lining up with, people weren't getting in.
People weren't getting in. People who even had, I would say, higher numbers, or lower numbers rather, closer to zero. As soon as they were let into the pre-sale, pit was gone. Yeah. An entire floor already sold out.
And this isn't just the sheds. Boston, an arena, and Toronto, an arena, both had the same problem. Somehow, I don't know what it was. It seems like, I know we're getting ahead of ourselves here a little bit, but San Antonio did not seem to have a problem. It's huge.
But it's also humongous.
Massive venue.
I was just there. I went to a concert, and I was, looking around. I was like, man, seeing Maiden here would be interesting. Yeah. But it is European level huge. It reminded me very much of the Stockholm venue, the Tele2. I don't know what it's called now, but the sort of scale. I was like, wow, that'd be cool. But no problem there. No problem at New Jersey.
Hershey isn't even like selling that well, apparently.
No one even was wanting to go to Hershey. They didn't want to go to the theme park. They said no chocolate for me. So they're out on that. And I don't know if Los Angeles seemed to be fine.
Los Angeles was fine. I think the first date sold well. That's why they put the second night out.
But definitely a problem in Boston, Toronto,
Chicago.
Charlotte seemed to have a little bit of a
Charlotte was a big issue too. Minneapolis, whatever, Shakopee.
Shakopee, are we saying that right? Shakopee? Shakopee.
I like Shakopee better, but
yeah, Shakopee.
So most of the pits were having issues, and I don't know what the stadiums were like as far as another problem we were seeing, but outside of the long lines, something that people saw when they got in, okay, there's no pit. Let me go see if I can buy a seat.
A ticket.
Seats were fluctuating in price.
Should we talk about price first, or should we continue this thread before we get into the details of like...
Go on then.
2019, yes. When we saw them in Los Angeles, I think it was $150.
It was $160.
$160.
It was the most expensive ticket of the tour.
I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, oh, I understand. It's Los Angeles. It's a bigger market. I think even similar might have happened in New York. Like New York usually is a little bit more expensive because of you know the market.
But yeah, New York, the second night was like $10 more expensive than the first night when it came out. I don't know, maybe it was a Saturday versus a Friday or something.
But then
higher rent.
I had the smallest desire to fly to Milan for the tour, so I could see it at the San Siro, to see it at the one of the most historic stadiums in world football. But then I was like, €170.
And people on the forum were appalled by that too. Like everyone was like, "Oh my god, that's so expensive."
Just to come to find out that before Ticketmaster adds any of its fees, it was $185 base price for a pit ticket to see Maiden on this leg. Yeah. And there are a lot of factors in there. I'm sure part of it is that we are adding Megadeth, which when they announced that Megadeth was the opener, like I personally was like, hell yeah, I love Megadeth. I think we have a shared enjoyment of Megadeth.
Of course.
Obviously, there are different visa restrictions in the U.S. now as of this year with the new administration and government.
More expensive to tour.
It's more expensive to tour, and we heard about that. We had heard that it was going to be thousands of dollars more per member, sometimes per band, just to have people imported or come over here. So all that baked in, but $185, and then with fees, I paid over $230.
What was it? Was it New Jersey that was $240 after all said and done?
So I think that gets into another thing with the dynamic pricing.
Well, that doesn't. That was the base price.
Was that the base price?
That was the base price. So the amphitheaters. My friend Adam, who you've seen do the big drum video with us, he was trying to get tickets for Chicago, and we were on the phone going back and forth because we both wanted to go see this show together. It's like he was closer in line than me, so he's like, all right, if I get through and I can get pit tickets, I'll get 3 of them, and then like whoever gets in first, we'll try to get them. He didn't see any when he first got in. He started refreshing. They popped up. They were $182 with like a $7 like tax on top. Because it was the all-in pricing, and then it just threw a little bit of tax on top. So the amphitheaters were around $180, $190 after fees. Mike paid $186 for a Boston floor ticket that he somehow got in for.
Good for him.
But the stadiums were well over $200.
Yeah, big time.
Like it was anywhere between $220 and $240. And that was base.
And that
price.
they do have Anthrax on those shows too.
Yeah.
We'll give that as an aside. But still, here we are. I mean, we saw Megadeth open on the Maiden England tour. Yeah. And that was still like a 110, 120 ticket. Sorry, I can't pull that number straight out from 10 years ago, but
I might take seeing Megadeth separately and paying a separate price and having a lower ticket price to have somebody like The Who or something again.
Ooh, maybe we'll get back into that. Is this worth it?
Yeah.
So there you were. So Adam trying to get a pit ticket cannot get a pit ticket.
Yeah. So obviously we're like, maybe we should just look at seats. Like, what are the seat options? Guys, I have screenshots. Obviously, we're looking in the front sections because it's like, okay, well, if I can't get pit, I want something at least
close-ish.
Right?
Yeah.
Because we looked at the back, very last row of seats was $158. It's
Yeah,
like
that's not worth
I'd
it.
rather be lawn than pay $158 to just be one section just in front of the lawn.
One moat closer.
Right. And then the second half of those were $194 after fees. So it's like, obviously, I'd rather put my money into seats. So we saw some crazy fluctuations. I first saw them for face value, but there was nothing available. Like you can see here, it was $231, and that's what came up in the Live Nation pre-sale. So that was face value for the seats that were just before the pit was $231.
That's extraordinary.
It's out of my price range. Like if I had chosen to go to any of these stadiums, I would have had to cancel because I can't
It's frankly, it's a bit outrageous.
I can't pay upwards of nearly $500 for the two of us to see one show on a tour that I don't have my heart in.
That's where it started.
Yeah. And so you can see here, same section, 103. I got locked out. This is a problem that people were having too.
Many people did have this problem.
So because you refresh to see if pit tickets pop up, because they were doing that, if you refreshed, you might get one or two come up. Ticketmaster locked you out and said you were bought and locked your account for 24 hours. So you literally had no choice. So I went back.
Which I don't think ever has really happened to us before either.
No.
I've had pre-sale codes accidentally because I put them in. Oh, you already technically used it, and the band was good with sending me a PM to give me a new code. But I've never, because even happened to me because I was trying to help some of our fellow Fen group, can we help get each other tickets, and I got locked out myself.
Yeah, so my account was locked. I'm like, okay, well clearly I can't do this on a computer. I'm gonna go on my phone. You can see this is a computer, just a picture I took on the computer, and the next one over, section 103, $414.
So over $100 added.
Well over.
Oh,
section 102, okay, and you can see the timestamps on this.
Hang on.
One didn't.
Am I reading this correctly? $805.
It gets worse.
No.
I promise it gets so much worse.
No.
And granted, okay, that's a close seat. It's two seats off of the stage. Whatever. It's still $800. They've still never charged us before. That section there, that was supposed to be $231. We're seeing $377. I mean, prices are all over the place. They're not like that. You usually have a set price.
And normally there's a price for a section.
$866 for any one of those tickets. $683. $744.
So we're just having massive...
$1,086. That was the highest I saw during the Maiden Fan Club pre-sale for Chicago.
Now, granted, that is front row, right in front of Dave.
They've never charged that much, ever.
But $1,000 for a single seat.
And the fact that all of the seats were different prices in that section, and they were all fluctuating. There's, I think I caught one, and somebody on the forum caught a specific seat changing price. They have screenshots of it. So we have proof that there was dynamic pricing, and the problem with that is that in the frequently asked questions, the band said
the FAQ,
there won't be dynamic pricing.
Right, and that is really an unfortunate thing to have happened for this band that has, going back to the Final Frontier tour in 2010, we're going to stop scalping.
Always.
We're going to stop all of this. We're going to do a paperless ticket system.
It used to always be in the press releases for the tour.
Oh, yeah.
And for this tour, we're going to continue with the paperless to try to thwart scalpers, and we're not doing that. Even for this past year's tour, they said, because UK uses Ticketmaster and everything, they're like, we're not going to be using dynamic pricing, and they didn't.
They didn't.
And a lot of the times, they've done the verified resale tickets where you're not allowed to list them overpriced, all sorts of things like that. So they've always looked out for stuff.
And this is through Ticketmaster. This obviously, if you use a third-party site, you can offer as many dollars as you want for your ticket. But through an official reseller, through Maiden, there's always been this is the level. We're not going to go above it. Yeah, we're trying to keep it fair, I would say, is the best way to describe it.
Yeah. So they've always put that out there. The press release this year didn't say anything like that, but
in the FAQ it did.
It did, but I also question if that was just left from previous years. Not trying to say they're at fault here, but nobody knows what happened with this.
No,
there's no answers. I don't know if we'll ever get an answer for it, but I wouldn't be surprised if something like that could have happened because they've done stuff like that in the past where they overlook certain things. Yugoslavia on the back of a T-shirt they've already printed up, and
having an artist completely draw the German flag
That's
wrong,
the Belgian flag.
but not even the correct Belgian flag. It's just so mistakes can happen. And in the forum, yes, the mods and Alex to an extent were trying their best to explain that something was weird, but we all knew something weird and something had gone wrong.
Yeah.
But there has, at least to this, the filming of this, the taping.
Yeah.
There's been no resolution as to what has happened, and there has really been, I don't want to full on say that there's a concerted effort, but there has been a complete lack of wanting to even mention dynamic pricing.
No, there hasn't. It hasn't been acknowledged.
Oh, we know a lot of people were there. Oh, we know that there's not that many fan club members. All the things that we were talking about that they're saying, yes, that is weird and odd. We will look into it. But a lot of people are saying, well, what about the dynamic pricing? Why is that different?
Yeah.
They're just almost they don't even read that sentence. They're just not even gonna look at it, gloss over it.
And I get it. If there is something legal going on, they can't say it. But at the same time, I don't feel a lot of confidence that we will get an answer on that, but we've seen it. We know that it happened.
It did happen.
We know it happened in our pre-sale, and the problem with that for me is fan club members sign up for the fan club for two things now. We don't have magazines, we don't have t-shirts, none of that. So your perks are the pre-sale and first to the barrier.
Correct.
So they get their pre-sale code, hoping they can get pit tickets, hoping they can get first to the barrier.
Right.
You don't get pit tickets, you can't even use that second part of your fan club
it already turns off that part.
Yeah, so I'm on the lawn for Chicago. There's nothing I can do about that now. I don't know. My last barrier might have been last year, and that's okay. But it's it would have been nice to have an actual chance at this, because there were hardly any tickets, no pit available. The tickets that were available when we got through were completely overpriced. I already can't. I'm not paying well over $200 for a floor ticket in a stadium, so I'm not going to pay for a seat either.
And that's what really pained me too, is that I have a plan in my head of what I want to do. I think we've spoken about this previously, even in private. We know what we want to do with this tour.
Yeah.
So I was already I'm doing one show, but even looking at that 240 after everything said and done price tag, I was man, I bought 2 tickets for Mexico for less than this.
Yeah. And Mexico, when you go into the pre-sale for that, you go in right on the dot, 500 people in front of you.
Yeah.
And that's Mexico. There's tons of fans down there.
Loads of fans. There's
Loads.
And it's also in Mexico City. It's a humongous city.
When we talk about
passionate people.
When we talk about the queues, it's not even just oh, Boston had 45,000. I had 15,000 in front of me for Chicago.
Yeah.
I did. And Adam was a bit closer. He's it was between 7 and 10, something like that, because I know there was a few pre-sales we did where we're going back and forth. I'm this part in the line, he was that part in the line. But it was tens of thousands of people in front of you at every show.
I think when I got into Jersey, it was 1,100, which didn't set any alarm bells off for me, because it's the New York area.
Yeah,
that's so many European fans will come over do the East Coast run. So I was oh, that makes total sense. But then I started hearing about everything else happening around me, and I'm this is beyond normal. And to your point about the fan club has reduced so much of its value, with also, in a way, I think, increasing its price in some ways.
I think they decreased the price after they got rid of the magazines and the t-shirts. I think it's $35 a year for us now. It used to be $50. But still, if you can't get your tickets and you can't get
What's
your
the point of this?
barrier, then I don't know why people have a reason to sign up.
Because we have so many friends that are already disenchanted with what's happening right now at the fan club. Some of them have lapsed their membership because they said, oh, it's only good enough for the pre-sale.
Yeah.
Well, if this is any indication, this last U.S. tour here is going to be...
Yeah.
The fan club was worthless. Yeah. In a sense.
Not to... I'm not trying to, hate on it or anything, but it's genuinely, what good is the fan club purchase price? Most people aren't purchasing it to use a forum. I know it's a perk, but
when most of us have Reddit and Facebook and even Discord channels, who's going to a message board in 2025?
Yeah.
There's
even free Maiden fan forums and
big time
stuff like that. So,
and I think the other component to this is that the next day was the Live Nation pre-sale, where you could use the code GUITAR or whatever.
Solo.
And there were exponentially less people in those.
Well, I think I had had 7,000 in front of me for the Live Nation pre-sale, but
going through the forum, it sounded like people didn't have as many.
Where do we have it here? Chicago prices for the Live Nation pre-sale. Same sections I was just showing you with the anywhere between $300 and $1,000 tickets. 231, 231, 231, 231, 231. So we got dynamic pricing in our pre-sale that we paid for. But if you go into the Live Nation pre-sale,
the free one,
the free pre-sale that all you had to do is just sign up for the email list or log into your Live Nation. That's all I did, and I got emailed a code for 231. You could have
the fan club was purposefully
you could have had fan club members who paid, their $35 a year price, be like, oh, well, if this is all that's left, I don't want to miss out on seeing the show. I guess I'll pay $400 per ticket, which people did. People posted on the forum that they overpaid for tickets, and they were really upset because they saw the Live Nation pre-sale. The next day, they were half the price.
Yeah, and I think this is where a lot of frustration is going to come from many people, and if there is no resolution here, it's really going to be a stain. As much as they want to say, well, that's Ticketmaster. No. You are in cooperation with them.
Well, we've gotten proof from many bands over the years that, they can decide whether or not they do this.
Oh, yeah.
And, Ticketmaster's a massive corporation. They could have messed up. They could have. But, I can't see them messing up that bad.
No. And how do you... But then, knowing you messed up, but then what is the avenue to make it right?
Exactly.
Is there a refund of the difference of that price? At this point, you're definitely not restarting any sales.
No,
we're past.
What's done is done. People have their tickets. You're not going to email.
Second nights have been added.
You're not going to email everybody hey, sorry, we're canceling everybody's tickets and refunding. Because some people genuinely did get through and get some tickets even with all this.
Yeah, there are few of them that did. But I feel like most people who had a difficulty are going to be, unfortunately, because I can almost see the writing on the wall, they're just going to be said, we're really sorry this happened to you. Tough.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
tough for you.
It's already done and gone in the past. I don't know that we're going to get an answer for it. But, it even goes on further than this because obviously, I wanted to just give it a good try. I'll see if they saved an allotment of tickets for the general on sale, Live Nation pre-sale, all that. So after Live Nation pre-sale, obviously I didn't buy a ticket because it's $231 still too much for me. It would have been nice for the people who overpaid to not have overpaid and paid the $231 for probably better seats. But yeah, so we get the general on sale and there was a line, but this is across the board, all of the sheds, the one or two arenas that they did at the time, because Toronto Night 1 was a complete mess. All that was available was resale. That's it.
Yeah. And I want to be sure to say this, because I see it online and people conflate the two. Standard price is standard.
Yeah.
Resale price is someone has bought the ticket.
Puts it whatever they want.
So you'll see, can you believe it? Iron Maiden tickets are $5,000. Look at the detail. Was it a verified resale ticket? So before we get too deep into that. But going into it now here.
So all that was available
is the resale.
There was just a few little blue spots here and there. It was just red across the map.
Yeah.
I took a screen recording too. I have in here. This is I screenshotted some stuff from the forum because I was only checking Chicago myself because that was the one that I wanted to do. But everybody was on the forum posting stuff. Somebody got through to Boston. Boston only has resale pit, $469 per ticket. You have to buy two of them. And that's the thing too. Is these overpriced resale tickets, they can make you be you can't just buy a single ticket. You have to buy two.
Buy the pair. That's $800. Yeah, it's over almost $900.
Yeah.
For two tickets to see Maiden.
So you have to find two people who are willing to pay nearly $500 a piece.
No, not happening.
Here we go.
Personally.
Another Boston, $469, $459 for Charlotte. This is Toronto, $1,100 Canadian. That's the cheapest you can get for floor.
Good God.
That's the same one. This looks like Bristow, a seat. It's either Bristow or Charlotte. $1,894.
Right behind the pit.
Right behind the pit. $600 for pit at PNC Music Pavilion. This was Chicago. This is one I took. $381 was the cheapest you could get for a resale pit ticket. This I took myself. You remember that ticket I posted that was $1,083? This was one or two seats away from that.
Oh my God.
Now $2,331 resale. And this was across the board, all the smaller shows, because like the stadiums obviously didn't sell out, so scalpers aren't going to go for that. But how did these tickets get in the hands of scalpers in the first place when they were pretty much all gone during fan club presale?
Right.
And there were 45,000 people in line. Granted, again, maybe they didn't get in, but like, I just think that there was some insider ticket buying with...
And we know that Ticketmaster and Live Nation has a history of this. They do have deals with third-party brokers, ticket people, where before tickets can't even go on sale, they'll already make a contract up. It's like, we'll sell you X amount of tickets, here and here and here, and that's fine. So that is part of the business model of Ticketmaster, to allow these third-party sites and third-party sellers to come in. I don't know if they were given the tickets before those pre-sales would have happened. Given that there were thousands. Given that there were thousands of people, I have to imagine there was some sort of like third-party code that you could just input with the fan club code as like a, I don't know, it says razzle dazzle or whatever it is, and that because our codes are like, I am Jippy Pippy 34,000, and theirs are probably just like, give me money please, and it lets you in, because that would make some sense as to how like,
it was slim pickings for every single on sale for both pre-sales. Megadeth pre-sale was the same way. The only thing you could get was their VIP like packages.
We saw Maiden at the O2, a considerably small venue in comparison. They just played the London Stadium for 67,000 odd people. But we were able to go to 2 nights at the O2 and have, I would say, like the anxiety and excitement, but we still got our tickets without any issue.
Speaking of London Stadium, like there were people who had trouble getting in for that one because they had a generally small front pit. Sure. I was going to do that show.
A front pit, but they were still able to get like in.
But I was going to do that show, and when I went in for pre-sales, I had no problem because I was in there right away. I had it was lit up blue. I could buy the tickets. They were just too much for me, so I'm like, I'm not going to do that one. But, I had no problem. I saw them there for, 10 minutes, and they were gone that day on pre-sale. But, if the thing with the fan club is you usually were able, if you were on it and you were in there straight away, you had a good chance at least getting decent seats for face value.
And to that point, and I say this, having gone to well over 60 Maiden shows, there's never been one show I've ever tried to get tickets for that I was unable to ever get tickets for.
Yeah. My only problem I've ever had with a pit was Atlanta, and that was 2019, and I was a fool because, the Sunrise show, that's my home show. I'm going to get these tickets first.
I got my Atlanta ticket first.
Yeah, I was stupid. As soon as I go, the pit's tiny, and, I saw it. It did light up for me. I was doing the thing where you refresh, and you would light up, you try to add them, and they'd say, sorry, somebody else bought you. So I did at least see it light up.
You got that close.
I got that close to it, but I ended up buying seats because it's they're not showing back up. Right. I don't want to risk not going to the show, so I'm going to get some seats at face value.
At face value.
No dynamic prices, but that's the thing is we've had tours where we've bought 8-9 shows in a day. Never been given issues.
The last Legacy tour, Legacy, and then even Future Pass. I remember just every hour on the hour, got to get my next time zone of tickets.
Yeah,
and just no problem.
Never seen
11 shows in 2019.
Never seen dynamic pricing. I have seen after the fact platinum tickets have shown up.
But
it's been later because I remember it was Hartford in 2019. I don't know why I remember this, but I remember a ticket popping up there that was official platinum that said it was $5,000, and it was just one ticket all by its lonesome. But it was months after the sale, so we're all just laughing at it they're really gonna get $5,000 for this platinum ticket. But when you're seeing it in your pre-sale, it's listed you can see on those screenshots. It says fan club pre-sale $1,000. It's not official platinum.
Then you know that something has not just gone completely wrong. It's almost, that's where we start to question, was this done with intention?
I know. And that's the thing is so many bands have proved that they have a say in this kind of stuff.
They do.
They do. People have mentioned
The Cure
constantly.
Recently.
The Cure, Ariana Grande, Oasis.
Oasis,
sure
big
you know
on that.
About that more.
Pearl Jam has been very vocal about it.
So we know that, and again, with these verified resale tickets, artists can choose to cap it at face value.
Yeah.
So that was kind of the last straw for me, where it's they were posting we're talking to Phantom, we're working on this. But it's like when we go into general on sale and now like you're still seeing Ticketmaster pulling this crap. It's like you definitely could have like said something about like, hey, let's at least cap the resale prices so people in the fan club pre-sale who didn't have a good shot at tickets can maybe have a shot now.
That's a big thing for even the Foo Fighters. The Foo Fighters, again, if you do it on SeatGeek or StubHub, that's completely different. But if you want a verified resale, Foo Fighters also is like, you paid $100, you can resell it for $100.
Yeah.
That's it. And the fact that it seems like for whatever reason, Maiden this one time, and everyone's like, oh, well, in Europe it was so much different in Europe. Yeah, well, the restrictions in Europe are much different. Here in the U.S., it truly is
they fleece you here.
It is the Wild Wild West, and it felt like Phantom, because I'm assuming Phantom's the one that would negotiate these contracts with Ticketmaster, I guess forgot to put on the safety belt or click in the safeties for the pistols. Yeah. And they were just like, we've done this before.
It's still just like, it's devastating for fans to go in for the general on sale who failed at the fan club pre-sale and then see all these tickets that so clearly got scooped up during our pre-sale and are just like put out there now as hundreds, thousands sometimes.
And especially with the band announcing that there will be nothing in 2027.
Yeah.
So 2026 is your only opportunity to see them.
You never know. This could, like, you don't know what can happen in a year's time. You don't know if the whole band's going to come back. Like, people could genuinely be seeing this as their last shot at seeing Maiden.
Sure.
In the States especially, like.
In the States, yeah. At this level, this magnitude, this set list, yes. We might have our gripes about the show, but the general feedback is that the general audience really enjoys this, and that's why they're playing these big stadiums and all of that. But if you know, oh, shoot, if I don't see them 2026, I'm definitely not seeing them till 2028.
Yeah, 2 years time.
Saying the word 2028 is bonkers to me.
Anything can happen to you. Anything can happen to the band. Like the band, who knows if they're going to come back and actually do full tours again. So you just don't know. So to have this experience as like what could possibly be like people's last chance to see the band is really sad.
Really sad, and it takes away from, they've said it so often that you can't even just find the one article where they've said it, but how many times have they said that we want the most passionate people in the front? And that's not to say that someone who can afford a $2,000 ticket is not going to be super passionate, but your standard working class fan that makes, only a couple $1,000s a year and that's able to make it to one gig, you completely alienated them, and you're assuming that you can fill your entire concert with first-class passengers.
And it's just like, you used to, I know you probably did this too, but like to your more casual like metal fan friends, you used to describe the band as like, they're like the one like big act that's affordable, like they keep their ticket prices low so that like general fans, young people can still see them. They put on a fantastic show. Oh, you can't wait till Eddie comes out. Like their pre-sales and their fan club are great. Like you'll definitely, like I used to tell people, like get the pre-sale code. You'll definitely get tickets. I've never had a problem getting tickets. Just get the pre-sale code.
The value of the band was so high
that you used to just like gas it up so much to your friends.
Big time. Because everyone already knew that Maiden is Maiden. Everyone already has an idea of like, and you would get those, I'm sure, with you like, are they even still good anymore?
Oh,
and like, you have no idea. These guys are like absolutely just like F1. Yeah. These guys are crushing it still. And now it's like, this year in particular, having just seen the shows in Europe that we saw, and we've already spoken about that and to an extent previously, but now looking ahead, it's like, well, what is there?
Yeah.
Where is this value that we have become accustomed to? It's like, I forget who said it, but it's like going to your favorite restaurant and they've completely changed everything. Yeah. And like, well, isn't it just as good? It's like, not really. The outside kind of looks the same, but everything inside feels weird and alien. And
their prices keep going up and down on a given day.
Yeah, I used to get a lot more French fries with my burger here, and now it's an a la carte option with the same price.
So yeah, it's just been a mess. I don't have so many other screenshots. Like I have the queue numbers. Like there was PNC Music Pavilion, 10,000
See, if this was general sale, I would say it totally makes sense because that's a venue that's going to service about 15 to 20,000 people.
45,000 for Boston is insane. I would get that for like maybe LA in general sale.
Oh, in general sale, yeah, but the Boston metro market is not. This is me not trying to be funny, but like for Maiden, 45,000 people in line in a pre-sale.
Yeah.
That is.
And it's like they said they don't even have that many U.S. fan club members, so it's like that was just for one show. So what about all these others that have 10, 15,000?
That would have been like every fan club member.
Yeah.
From Jersey to Jakarta was in that line.
Well, within the U.S. They said they don't have 45,000 in the U.S.
I would love to know how many fan club members there are total.
Yeah.
Could be nice, huh?
So here's a folder I have. This is what somebody on the forum posted. This is one of looks like the.
That looks like one of the stadiums.
Yeah, it looks like one of the stadium shows. So here it is, Section D, Row 1, Seat 18, $456. Swipe, Section D, Row 1, Seat 18, $693.
For the fan, then that's the
fan club presale. This is proof that there was dynamic pricing. That is the exact seat.
The exact same
seat checked just a little bit later. It went from $456 to $693. So that is dynamic pricing. So
who's ever making the FAQ for Maiden's fan club presale, either A was just like, oh, well, I already hit publish, it's good from last year, or B, we're not told that, oh no, we've changed everything.
Yeah.
Like,
well, it's just like I don't know. I don't want to point fingers or anything like that, but it's like we've been proven by even Maiden in the past that they have stopped this stuff. And they used to do just the credit card entry thing, which we hate. Like it was.
It was a pain in the ass.
It was a pain in the ass.
But
I'd take it over this, 100%.
I kind of would too, because especially if it meant the prices would be relatively, I think, cheaper for more people.
Yeah.
I think the ticket I bought is the value I should have paid. I'm not complaining about my value. I'm complaining it's expensive. But if I had to pay $300 to $400,
per seat too.
Per seat.
Yeah.
Personally, I would not have gone. No. Like I would have just said no. The U.S. can kick rocks. I'll just stick to Mexico and so on. But for all those other people, like this is a real kick in the pants.
Well, yeah, people that don't travel, like this is gonna be their one shot again. Like it's not tons of people who are willing to travel for a show. They're gonna go to what they can drive to and like what they're able to, because a lot of people are sick, have kids, like they can't do this. So it's like that was their one chance, possibly seen as last chance.
This is tough.
It's just
Can you
sad.
imagine? All right, has it hit you yet that you're only going to see Maiden one time in the United States?
I don't like after seeing those prices. I really don't care because it's like if I planned a bunch of shows, like if I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to San Antonio, I'll come with you guys to New Jersey and stuff. Like if I saw those prices, I wouldn't have been able to pull the trigger.
Yeah,
it's just I have a limit even for Maiden. If this was the Future Past tour or Legacy of the Beast, I probably would have like grit and bear it. I'm not doing that for Run for Your Lives.
No,
I just can't. Like I've spoken about like my gripes with this tour and how they've like changed things. I just want to do this year to like go see some friends, go see some new places. So it's just the juice isn't worth the squeeze for this tour for me.
No, definitely.
As far as the price goes, like $240, no way.
And the juice itself is way too sour, even after the squeeze. So I just. Is it worth even having Megadeth?
No, I would genuinely be like, if Megadeth is what drove some of the prices up on this tour, like
kick 'em out.
I would have been happy to pay,
Raven
like
Age.
$40, $50 less because I'll go see Megadeth play a full set.
That's true.
I'd rather just pay their own prices with their own openers and a separate show where I can see a full set from them, which I'm sure they'll do anyway. They're gonna tour the U.S., but like I don't know that that's what drove prices up. Like you said, we have new immigration laws and stuff that are gonna affect that.
New visas, new work visa restrictions, and all of that. But is this also, and I hate to say it, is this also the band being good managers, being like having good management and saying, well, guys, we need to fill the bank because if you guys want to take a year off, we're gonna need to fill that bank, and who better to squeeze than the Americans? I don't. And the Canadians.
I don't know if we'll ever get an answer. I just it's things like, seeing the difference from Toronto night 1 to night 2, where it was like, oh, so night 2 actually worked out really well. It's like, was there a mistake? Like, was there a genuine mistake, or is that just a reaction from the uproar? Or like
to fix it,
yeah. So I don't know if it was like, hey, well, we didn't want this on our show, so these new ones that we put out, we're not going to do dynamic pricing on. Or we're not going to do the bots because nobody had trouble with it.
Or it's the idea of like the night 1 priority.
Yeah.
Secondary nights you won't get access to, but to your third party ticket sellers and ticket touts, you guys can have access to night 1s, no matter what. It's just. I would love an answer. The problem is that we're probably not going to hear an answer for a couple of years.
I don't think we'll ever get one.
Well, I don't know.
I just think that this is one of those things that'll blow over and they'll just wait for people to stop talking
but then I
about
remember sending an article into the forum, in 2017.
Yeah.
How many years ago now is that now? Almost, that's 8 years ago. Taylor Swift and Metallica were found to have been in cahoots to artificially drive up their own ticket pricing.
Yeah.
Are we going to another 8 years, like when Maiden's, done and dusted, you never know. But
we're like 40.
When we're, some of us will just be turning 30. But are we going to get to that point where it's like, oh yeah, Phantom, they did this? And it's going to be like, oh, that's what they were doing back then.
I don't know. Like, obviously, I don't want that to happen. I've just been... I feel so jaded after the past year. This was just like another...
jaded.
It was just another thing that I was just like... I don't even want to see this tour. And I have to put in all this effort for a tour I don't even like.
Well, if the remainder of the tour is in this 120 to 150 range as it goes through Central and South America and beyond.
Well, it'll probably be 200 in places like Brazil and that, so...
You never know.
But it always has been. So I can't see them lowering prices, especially when we've seen such a...
You never know. The economy in Argentina is not the strongest.
I don't mean to laugh at Argentina. I'm just like,
I would never laugh at Argentina.
You are unfortunately right about that.
Yes, but that is... I think that has to be something to consider for them. And even then, like...
Well, I mean, that's the thing, too. Is like, Swifties saw how much, like, the ticket prices were in the U.S. And they're like, I can buy a ticket in France or Austria and spend the same amount of money traveling over there to see it there and coming back home than I can to just see it here.
A friend of mine, her and her girlfriend, they flew to Wembley to see Taylor Swift, and that was still cheaper. Flights, hotels, and concert tickets for two was cheaper to go to Wembley than to drive to Miami to see her. And I think I can firmly say, not that it matters to anyone and that Phantom is going to even watch this or care about this video, if these are the prices going forward for anything, if there ever is a return to the United States, you will not see me.
No.
You just will not see me. No. I will not be paying these prices. I will pay it this one time. But I'm happy to end my time with Iron Maiden in the United States, in Jersey, at Red Bull's Arena, for that price.
And mine will be on the lawn in Chicago at Tinley Park.
You'll be sucking down Chicago dogs.
I've never done a lawn ticket for Maiden before, so hey, I'll end my time in the U.S. with a first.
And it's almost a bittersweet thing, but at the same time, like
at least it's with good people. Because genuinely, if Adam wasn't in Chicago, I wouldn't be doing any here.
Well, the jury's out. The jury's still out on Adam with his drumming videos
his
and
babinga.
His babinga. I hear the word babinga one more time. The shell was actually a reused shell from the future past.
Yeah, so I mean, that's really all of my screenshots and all I have to cover. Because lots of people were commenting like, "Are you going to cover this ticket fiasco?" I really want to.
It's a fiasco.
I want to empathize with people over this.
Yeah. You get to empathize because you don't get your, the pit ticket, that last chance at first to bear and all that. It's
fine. I understand. I chose a venue that's a shed with a small pit. I think people's problems come from, okay, I bought this fan club presale to try to get pit tickets because I'd like to do First to the Barrier, which is also a fan club perk. Okay, I get in. I can't get pit. Let me just go get the best seat I can. $400 and something up to $1,000. Well, I can't do that. This must be a mistake. So let me wait for, the general sale. You get to the general sale, it's all resale for $500 to $2,000. So it's like people genuinely got cheated out of tickets. Yeah, it's not just I didn't get pit, so I can't do barrier. It's fine. I'll live. I don't care. I care that we saw something that we never see. No. And people who signed up for the fan club to have a trying chance at tickets didn't get that chance.
They were sold one idea. Yeah. We operated on good faith. And
it's always been that way.
And we were betrayed in some way by someone. And I would love there to be, at least, if there's not going to be accountability, I would like there to at least be some sort of transparency on this is what happened, and we've always saw we.
Just say, like, oops, there was dynamic pricing. Like, the fact that, like, I saw it with my own eyes. I know it was there. And to, like, not even have an acknowledgement of it happening. Like,
it's like a boogeyman word. They don't want to say the word.
I'm not a manager of a band. I'm not, like, don't manage a giant company. I don't know. Maybe there's legalities. Maybe there truly is a reason they can't say anything. But God.
I hope in the months to come we're able to come.
As a consumer, it's just hard. It's hard. Yeah. It's hard to have been sold one thing and seen it work for so long.
I think we also have to strip away, like, and just get down to, like, the pure business of it is, like, super fans or fan club members. No, like, we are customers of a product, and that was not how it worked.
No. And I mean, again, years. Like, we've done pre-sales 8 or 9 in a day. Because I've said, like, you know, we have done more than that on a tour. But it's like, you got to count in, like, the second nights and the different countries and stuff. So, you know, 8 or 9 tickets in a day, no problems getting them. Okay, I missed out for the Atlanta pit. Everything else was successful.
I had coworkers think that I had a medical condition because I went to the bathroom every hour for, like, 4 hours straight. They're like, Logan, are you all right? Because you always go in there, and we just hear you going, come on, yeah! So, what does that mean?
Right, so, like, to have no issues. And this was on popular tours. Like, Legacy of the Beast was huge.
Legacy of the Beast was very huge.
It was a big tour. It was very popular. I mean, those were the roughest pits that we were in. Like, people were into that tour.
Oh, that legacy pit for you in Los Angeles.
Oh, yeah, I bailed.
Was it right before Trooper?
Yeah, because it was so hard through the show that I'm like,
it was a pusher.
I'm like, it's gonna be bad. Like, I felt my ribs, like, kind of, like, bending. I'm like, they should not be doing that. I'm like, all right. I asked the guy in front of me. He carried me out like a big baby. I'm just like,
I turned to my right. I'm like, where'd Steph go?
I had to, and it was awesome. The stadium there is really cool. So
that's very nice.
If you guys are going to that stadium,
check it out. Make sure
it's really cool. They had like a food court right there on property too.
Not only that, but the George Lucas Museum will have opened by then.
Ooh.
So that was actually one of the reasons I was like, should I go to LA? Because it's right next to the George Lucas.
You have plenty of opportunities to go to LA for other bands.
Yeah, and
don't give Run for Your Lives more money.
No, Iron Maiden, you're not getting any more of my money.
No.
But when you release those South America dates, you will see my wallet.
Wherever you go last.
Yes. Well, we'll see. Well, any other complaints?
No, I think I got it all out. I was, putting together all these folders and stuff of my screenshots. Like, I've got to get.
What the hell was that? Start foaming at the mouth. Like put in like a clip of a dog.
That was me dealing with this entire... Like, I've been kind of absent from the forum. I just haven't felt like posting on it, but I was just like...
Well, you've been busy also working on some things that will be... In due time.
Well, I have my reels up if you want to see what I've been working on.
Check out the Instagram here.
I've been working on a diorama, so just go to my shorts. It's in there. But yeah,
shorts?
I've just been kind of busy, so, just... Ugh. I just feel bad about everything.
Well, on that, I think it's time to end.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. I know this wasn't like a nice, fun video like we do with our games, but it had to be said.
And there will be much fun to come.
Yeah, we're about to film like 3 more fun videos, so you'll have some...
Don't tell them the process.
They know the process already. We've talked about this. But yes, many games to come. We're going to have some good fun after this. This is the last complaining video, hopefully for a little bit. Hopefully all the other pre-sales
we will not complain again until...
gets their tickets.
Next year.
Anyways... let us know below your experience if you were in pre-sales. Did you get your tickets? Did you get the tickets you wanted? Did you overpay? I want to know as much as I can about this.
I want to know it all.
So thank you for watching. Thank you to our Patreon members for supporting us. And we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.